Namaskar, it's pre-Independence Day. Today it's around 12 noon. It's lunch break here up at the Diamond Village. I'm up here at the 4th Avenue Diamond. And I'm trying to put my thoughts into vocal vernacular, because I'm not able to write books. I'm not at that level where I can have a following or speak to people. I cannot do this because as yet I cannot move people. I don't have the power of personality to move humanity, to move a group of people, and so on. So I just say something, and for those who think I'm right or who I have to say something or I'm saying makes sense, it's because many people are suffering and nobody's addressing these issues. They're only addressing issues when people are reach the end point, the termination point, like some serious physical ailments or death. Then they would be addressed. Like the only recently I saw the dormitory was burnt in Mahdi, where the female dormitory. It made headline all over the world because 19 female students, I think, were perished. Now, if that was a female dorm, there should have been a matron. There should have been governors, senior people who can supervise and take care of these young people. Should have telephone and shortwave sets. They should have fire extinguishers or fire protective equipment in those places. But I guess that's another issue, and that's something that high authorities would know about, and people in close range to those activity therein would know. Now, one of the problem that I find that people is suffering is that the exchange of emotions, what is called samskaras in yoga. Some people have positive samskaras, some people have negative samskaras, depending on the development. That's why one of the meaning of power holy is the exchange or the play, exchange of colors, exchange of qualities or colors between people. And if the intuitive rhythm is mostly of negative vibrations, you can't have the divine play or what they call lila. It will be obscured by low pulse from the lower mind, from the lower chakras, and so on. So mostly we have people in society, rather than enjoying an interplay of matured emotion, of divine rapture, they're mostly engaged in the low emotions, right? And it's these emotions can feed upon your psyche, your mind, your spirit. They can also affect your motor organs, bringing them to action, to attack, to create change in the social order, to create changes. And if you don't have right thinking or foresight, where the people, the decision makers, the law makers, they don't have foresight, this can impede social progress. We have everybody, they are fighting for betterment in life, but they don't know what is betterment unless somebody else shows them. It means getting a nice, comfortable place to live, to work, a nice car, like these established people, people of strong mind, people who have struggled, and secure stability in life. Like Swami Vivekananda said, the greatest stability that people get is liberation. And you can get this through meditation, or if you're strong enough, your personal efforts. If you're not strong enough, some stronger people will have to help you in the journey. So he said, either you get this self-development through yoga, or you can fight for a great cause for your country or your religion. These will also establish you in superior mental states. Now, your fight and your struggle must be to bring good to the collective humanity and to your individual self. If you don't have a proper environment, if you don't have a proper government, don't have a, the society is not conducive to the expression of human qualities or divine qualities. We have the body, there's a psychosomatic relation. The negative emotions affect the body negatively. If the mind goes on too low, the emotion will be so strong it destroys the body. This is a psychosomatic relation. Body affects the mind. What we really need is mens sana in corporo sano. It means a sound mind and a sound body. So mind, body, and the spirit, they have to be developed side by side. You have to have proper development. If one side is development, we will show problems in the social life and so on. You know, mankind is usually taught the basics of living, how to be nourished and to keep in balance with the forces. That is called equilibrium, in such a way that it nourishes our soul, it nourishes our body, it nourishes our spirit, no? And this equilibrium or balance between the mental, physical, and spiritual, it will make you healthy. It will make you prosperous in your life. It will make you a balanced person, person emitting positive vibes, as they call it. Positive, good vibrations that heal the planet or bring life everywhere. You can see life cropping up. You can see movement, dynamism, color. For example, let's say when Genghis Khan invaded India, the country was ravaged and lay barren. He ravaged the entire country, so there was only stone like a desert. So the Jews like a desert. So some people has the Midas touch, while some people thinking that they can do better might end up doing bad in the end. This competition among humans may be senseless sometimes because each person will grow differently. No two thumbprint is alike, and each person can grow progressively, meaning they will make a different contribution. They can find their way to do something for the universe if they know how to empower themselves, how to make themselves useful, functional, and positive. They can have qualities, skills, the personality to bring something new and innovative to society. Just call for a matter of training. But as one of the great gurus, Shishananda Mutiji, says, he says, if the negativity is more than a positivity in the society, good people will suffer and the aspiration toward goodness will be a struggle. It's like Ramakrishna said, the snake biting a frog to get poison. The fangs are in the frog's body, the toad body, to get the toad poison. But it can't swallow the toad and it is stuck in the mouth, and both of them it's painful. So there's a situation with not being able to grow spiritual and not having a proper environment, not having a spiritual teachers, not having idols and models where you can model your life after. Some people choose teachers who are not so developed. Some people choose teachers who are more sensual, material, playboys, on the physical plane, the vital plane. Some people choose intellectual teachers, guru, where they can develop the brain, the right or the left hemisphere of the brain. And this helps them to feel useful or to have done something with their life intellectually. But then we have the energy that was supposed to be there to nourish the spiritual body is not used. So it comes out. It is discharged from the body. That energy is not used. So there will be some form of deficiency or dislikableness in that person when he's not properly and fully developed. So in this way we have to do service, We have to do different forms of service to develop the flexibility, the lightness of the spiritual body, the mobility, the dexterity, the colorfulness of this astral, the spiritual body, the linga sarira. And this service is dependent upon our capacity. Not all of us could do physical service, touch, to clean, to provide, to build, to decorate. That's come under karma yoga. And they say most rich people, they do karma yoga because they have the money. And though rich people, they commit a lot of sins, they do a lot of transgressions against nature, natural laws. They make up by doing service in return. All these businessmen who charge so much money, they take so much money, be feeling that they can do some good for society. They can turn out, they can build, they can give charity donation. They take the money from susceptible people and they turn it out, while they themselves are harboring a great deal of we could say they commit a lot of atrocious deeds, and they think by doing service they can cover or nullify that sin. So you see this dictum that charity removeth sin, or cancel sins, cancel negativity. So people who are into charity is come under karma yoga. You can either do physical, you can do intellectual, write a book, create some invention in science, bring out a new medicine, some new music, some talent, some new clothes, something new innovative. Or you can do some kshatriya service, go and fight in the Ukraine Russian war, stop a thief, removing immorality from society, standing up, speaking out against negativity. Now that all calls for a lot of courage, a lot of strength, and in the process of coming under the fall of such a temper, you will burn a lot of negativity from the soul. The body starts to look dynamic, glowing, new, brilliant, live, vital, because it has fought against negativity and darkness, and it knows all the pathway, all the movements, the footworks to battle with the great and formidable foe of negative, of the black arts, So in the service field, we have the field where you can use martial power, the warrior quality, the intellectual, or the servitude, the service, using your hand and feet to clean and provide service and labor work. Then there are the business quality. People who are in the business field, they come under another quality, another varn or color, as you call it. But the best is that you learn to do service, you learn to do work, good work, and you learn to have devotion, a little bit of time for devoting to God, and then you do your intellectual work, study the books, the intellectual books, and so on. And you must also do physical exercises and physically attend to the body, keep it healthy and strong, and so on. So these are the ways in which you can elevate and develop yourself. No need to look at your neighbor and so he's getting ahead of you and you can't keep up, so time to pull him down and so on. This is very glaring reality in many of the third world countries. There's competitiveness, there's backstabbing, backbiting, and trying to exceed each other, and trying to stop the movement of each other and all these things. People should be able to follow a process, a science. That's why they said a scientific methodology that will unfold you properly and fully, completely, in a wholesome way. Not a methodology that will make you suspicious of each other, fearful, thoughtful, skeptical, like you playing with a Russian roulette or something. This methodology that you work in that causes you to dig hole for your neighbors is not effective, is not a proper, it's not a time-tested one. You should be able to let your neighbor follow a methodology in the educational system that takes him step by step so that he emerges completely and properly as a successful and accomplished person, not one who you have to again say that we have created a Frankenstein or we've created a menace in the society, you know. This happens many times. So, under the ancient system of yoga, for example, and Eastern mysticism, the guru is always watching the student and he directs when to take action or counteract any defect in the personality or behavior. He has to do that and bring the student around at times. So each of them great gurus and the world teachers, or the Jagat gurus and the Mahapurushas, the great masters, they have a greater responsibility over a greater section of humanity. The smaller teachers, the smaller saints, the lesser karma yogis, they work in a smaller sphere, whether in a village or in a small ambience. But they might capacity vary from teacher to teacher, and some might be able to help a handful, some might be able to help a bundle, some might be able to help a whole contingent. So it differs on the level of development of the teacher, or what God has planned for the teacher, what he wants him to do or how he wants him to work. This you have to observe and identify early what function or use this teacher has come to do, and what is the nature of his work. Okay, so in the meanwhile, let us grow safely, step by step. No need to jump it to create shocks and tremors in our environment, in our ambience, in our let our journey be idyllic. Let it be enjoyable, colorful, enchanting, peaceful, idyllic. That's the word I would say. You know, it should be natural, not unnatural. That people have to tear down each other, fighting each other. You know, progress. They say in the Bible, he who seeks God first, or he who gives God first place,